Belch. Lilu. Belch. Fart. Belch. Shit.
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live.
Live.
Streaming Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online. Belch, March 28th, 2023.
Belch. Alright, Lilu, let's get you started, babe.
Started.
Let's get me started. Do 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 do. On the last ready room with Will Wheaton, you know, he had that clip, but he also said there's going to be a special guest that he cannot show because then it would ruin or spoil the next episode, which is this coming Thursday morning. So, I'm thinking, what if it is the guy that played Gul Dukat from DS9? Just shits and giggles about it.
And what if it's the security officer from season 1 of The Next Generation?
Security officer?
Yeah, whatever her name was.
Tasha Yar?
Yeah.
Or Sela?
Or what if it's the tricorder from season 4, episode 2 of Voyager, or what if it's the viewfinder of the original Enterprise D before it was replaced after that one time Wesley Crusher slipped and fell on a banana and accidentally broke the original viewfinder with a phaser that popped out his pocket when he fell on the banana.
Popped out of his pocket and now he's pregnant.
You know, there's so many special appearances that it could be.
Oh, what fun that'll be.
And we won't know for another like 6 days because the episode is never coming out.
It's never gonna come out. I felt like shit today, like blah. When I got to work, the person I was supposed to work with in the evening was not there, and someone else was there that should have been off. And I'm thinking, okay, who went where? And the schedule's changed. This makes me nervous. I go in there. It's someone else who opened the store or was there. Manager and assistant got called to a store to work. I was like, because I was supposed to work with the assistant tonight, and I didn't. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be a thing tomorrow. It's going to be different. Never gonna give you up.
And now you're off for 12 days.
Yep, or 3, but who's counting? Also, today when I got up, I had this wild idea in my head about Minecraft in general. I'm thinking to myself, well, since 8 or 1.18.2 works because it's stone block, why is like 1.19 like always shit, you know? And I'm thinking, okay, because it was like a super update, whatever, sky limit change or whatever it was, right? So I load up 1.19.2 that I'd had trouble playing before. It runs
Right.
okay now. I don't understand.
I told you why it wasn't working before. I told you a long time why it wasn't working.
Java?
Yes, it's because you had the wrong Java installed. Now I recommend it using a Minecraft launcher like Feed the Beast app to install vanilla Minecraft because it'll handle Java for you specifically.
Ah. I was just using the default Java that came with 1.19.2.
That's the thing is, unfortunately, when you go from Minecraft, like anything before 12, anything after, it's like between 1.12 and 116, and then like 116 to 118, and then 118 plus. It uses and handles Java differently. Like 1.19 is completely incompatible 100% with Java 1.8 or 8 or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah.
But yeah, it runs pretty okay now. And the only thing that I've installed is Feed the Beast. So, I don't know. But I used the Minecraft launcher and tested it, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Blink.
And I just beat Leviathan. Leviathan is dead. Another
Leviathan.
primal just destroyed by the hands of the Warrior of Light.
You killed Leviathan from Supernatural?
No, from Final Fantasy.
Is it still raining there?
Here?
Yeah.
No, it stopped raining like the day before yesterday or whatever.
Oh.
Like early morning. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a loud one tonight, I guess.
A loud one.
Yep. I need to get a capture card so I can play console games again. I've been looking at these cheap, like $30 capture cards that are supposed to, they're not like the best, but they get the job done or whatever.
Are they like external or?
Yeah, it's like USB or something.
They have like any kind of lag about them, like, you know?
I don't know. I was just going to see about getting one, and if it doesn't work the way I want it to, then send it back. I don't have the money to get like a $200 one that works amazing.
Didn't Walmart have like a USB version of like recording some shit or whatever?
Probably.
It was like if they wanted to back up something or whatever. I can't remember what the hell that was. I'd always thought about getting like a little built-in antenna PC card or whatever, you know. That way I can get TV on here, but then what's the point if you got like Roku thing going?
Right.
That was years
Yeah, I just
ago.
want to stream console video games like I used to back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah, the capture card that I still have is Video Highway Extreme 98.
Right.
Yeah. So I think I boxed it up after I finished recording Farscapes, things like that. On my old computers, it won't work now for real though. And I have.
You'd be surprised. I mean, you say it won't work now, but.
Well, it's from 1998. I don't know if it.
Yeah, but what is it called?
Video Highway Extreme 98. Extreme with an X.
So it's
I know there was a 2000
car.
something drivers for like Windows 2000 back in the day that I used to continue with Farscape, but I hadn't checked anything in like 10, 20 years. It had a dude with like a bald-headed dude with sunglasses on the box.
Oh my god.
Oh, your God. Hello, God.
Yeah, man.
Boom, boom, boom. On eBay, $25. Baby got
Scorpwana says, https://www.ebay.com/idm/2661230344178.
Oh, shit. And was this Instant DVD 2.0 is an external device that my mom and I used years ago to capture from VHS my sister's basketball and softball, make a video out of that. It also has other ways of inputting stuff, not just from an old VCR or whatever.
Right.
And I've used it to, you know, like record video gameplay of other things before, since it can actually capture up to 720, I think, but really poorly though. It was either 480 stretched to 720, so it looks like shit. But and then of course in Sean's junk box that he sent me a big old capture card that was maybe like 1.5 feet long. Like, what the hell is this shit? Because I described to him, like, whenever I was chatting with him, after I got the box, I said, okay, what is this card that's got this on it? And he said, oh, that's a whatever card. I was like, and when was it last used? He said, probably in 1989. I was like, send it to me. What am I going to do with it? Well, it costs less if I just send it to somebody versus to get it destroyed. I was like, okay. Bunch of old shit. Bunch of old dead hard drives, too. I was like, thanks. I tested every one of them, too. And he said, yeah, they're all dead. I'm like, okay. Why did I? I don't know.
Because it's cheaper to send his junk to you, I guess, than it is to...
He said to pay to have it destroyed the correct way costs a lot more. And I was like, okay.
Yes.
But he did send me a cool little, what the hell was it? It wasn't a GPS, but it was like one of those little pads back then, back like in late 90s or whatever, that people were always using. It's like a little Game Boy thing or some shit.
You know how I properly destroyed stuff back in the day?
Bury it?
The same way I properly destroy shit today. Throw it in the goddamn trash can.
Set it out by the road. Dump it in somebody else's yard.
Yeah, I don't get, like... I can understand, like, hard drive, if you have sensitive data on a hard drive, so you need to send it to, like, a place for it to get like mechanically shredded, but like old hardware, like other than that, like throw that shit in the trash. It's properly disposed of.
Yeah. My uncle, he buried some computers at my grandparents' house. Just dug a hole and threw it in there and covered it back up with dirt. Like, Years later, a squirrel grows a third nut.
Yep, third nut.
Yeah. Got like this subwoofer thing this old 90-year-old man gave me one time. I don't know. It's got like, it's a super type of sound system for a computer or whatever, and I've never even plugged it in. He had it plugged up to his stuff or whatever and disconnected it because he said he didn't need all that loud music. I said, where'd you get it from? He said, it came with the system. It's like, wow.
I used to go to people's houses when they would do like yard sales or whatever and buy cheap old electronics and then take it home and take it apart and put it back together incorrectly and then throw it in the trash because it's broke.
Thought maybe you said like put it back together and it worked.
No, that's around. Take things apart.
If I take anything
Just
apart,
because I wanted to
I have to put it back together.
try and figure out how it worked or whatever. And
well, yeah, that's the best way to figure out stuff, you know. Take it apart. Then you take apart the wrong thing and the spring jumps out and like everything falls to pieces. You're like, okay, that was fun.
it was. It was super fun.
Super fun. It's super fun. Super freak. Super freak. Super freak guy. Damn it. Dick and Bouse.
Dick and balls.
Dick and Bouse. Dikkinbaus. I've been misspelling it. Dick and Bouse. Alright. Damn it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So you can't get that PlayStation to send over to a computer or anything like that, like the signal? And...
I mean, I can, but the latency's too crap.
Oh. Do it old school and just use your camera phone.
That's dumb.
Make sure you have a buzzing sound in the background too, like going when you're talking. And make
I
sure
don't need to do that. I just need to have my PlayStation plugged in to one outlet and my computer plugged in another one, and it'll create a electronic feedback loop that'll go over anything's recording.
And you have to make sure the audio is really low so no one can hear it. because those are always the most popular ones. I hate those videos you come across on YouTube like that. You have to blast the
Well, it's
speakers.
funny. There's probably like some like filter AI or whatever that get rid of all that.
Get rid of the low audio.
Yeah, the hum.
Oh, the hum. Yeah.
Feedback.
Yeah, probably automatically goes through like that. Yeah. Make a retro time too. Yeah, there you go. Get you a old school VHS type like overlay where it's edges are zigzagging back and forth a little bit every once in a while. VHS filter or poor signal. Get some static in there.
Have every stream end with like the image of like if a VHS tape like rips, it kind of like shows up on the screen a little bit.
Yeah.
Before it turns into static, like do that.
Didn't have the rocket's red glare and all that kind of stuff. The bombs bursting in air gave proof to the land, but our flag was still there. Okay, well, I didn't know we picked up a straggler there. I'll try again. You know, a lot of the like even Voyage Home, Star Trek. That's how the signals were on the ships. If they didn't have good reception, it'd be like that little analog static stuff. Even in TNG, it was like that. But then again, back then we didn't know that things would go digital like they are. Maybe they use an analog signal as a backup. Maybe that is subspace. Who knows? But I don't know.
I mean, it's all noise. That's all it is.
Noise.
That like white, cloudy, fuzzy a TV makes is just what's in the air. Whether it's miles away or right off the tip of the antenna, whatever is the coax connector. It's all literally air.
Yeah.
And noise.
Well, now since it's digital and stuff, it pixelates, So.
Well, yeah, if you have the thing or whatever, but. I always thought it was funny how you could touch, like, you would be messing with the antenna and you let go of it and the picture would get worse. And you touch the antenna again, it would be clear.
Yep.
And then your parents would be like, oh, yeah, stay just like that, don't move. And it's because your body acts like a conductor for the signal to amplify off of.
Yeah. I always think about
put like aluminum foil around the antenna.
Yeah. That was my life during UPN. Had aluminum foil connecting like wire clothes hangers all over my room. Just trying to watch Enterprise and Voyager. But damn, like a basketball game come on, that thing would be clear.
Yeah, it would. Probably because
They get a boost.
Well, the TV channels themselves can increase the power usage on their antennas to make the signal stronger.
Yeah.
And they'd probably do that on bigger like game days because they know more people are going to be watching, so they need the extra power.
The boost.
To boost the signal a little bit better. But they won't do it for regular TV because they got to save money. So they only do it for the big sports games. Funny how that works out.
Yep. It's like all these people around here that they'll want to come in and buy an antenna, an indoor antenna, so they can pick up a channel or whatever, you know. And I'm like, you're not gonna be able to pick up anything here. He said, why not? I said, well, this is a 40-mile antenna for indoor. They're like, well, yeah, I just need to pick up whatever channel, you know, to watch something tonight on or whatever, watch a Super Bowl kind of shit. I'm like, well, the towers are like 60 miles away. And do you have a lot of trees around where you live? They're like, oh, yeah, we live right in the middle of a big old batch of trees. I'm like, yep, you're not going to watch shit. Why not? I said, get you an outdoor antenna. Make it really tall.
I hate when I forget to do something in like a video game. And you got people being loud as shit over here.
Oh, it's at one of those kind of loud nights.
Yeah.
Thought that was usually a Saturday.
Whatever day it is, you know.
Mm. Disrespectful kids.
Yeah.
Grandpa's
Basically.
trying to talk on here, and Grandpa's trying to do this, and you're sitting over there and making all that damn noise.
It's true. All that damn noise.
The damn noise. Tell him to be a little louder quietly.
Yeah, a little louder quietly.
High noise levels are stressful.
Well, and stressful, yeah. I'm going this one.
Back in the day.
Oh shit, what the hell?
I need to turn my chat on.
I mean, if you want to.
Well, someone just used the thingy, and it was Sammy Wraith. Hey, Sam. How's it hanging? To the left.
Samu Wraith says, another fun night at work, my friend.
Another fun night at work. You're having fun.
Kill them all, let God sort them out.
Kill them all at God. It's one of those nights, is it? I bet Bruce Willis doesn't remember saying those lines.
Samu Wraith says, total sarcasm, you know that.
It's total sarcasm. Totally. Well, if you're at the other Walmart, it should be better, though, right? Or it's just another different set of problems. Another set of problems on a bazillion one.
What was the last thing Paul Walker said before he died?
Shit.
Oh shit,
Samu
a pole.
Wraith says, yet it is better, very true.
Oh shit, a pole.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? What?
Fuck a duck. One more day and I get to clear the event off or whatever this was. Has this been counting toward the main event too? Yeah. Huh.
Samu Wraith says,
I wouldn't
think
even
his
bother,
last
you
words
know?
would be, oh fuck.
The last words would be, oh fuck. Well, when you're going fast in a vehicle. Hey, Carlton says, yay, too late to get credit. Colon 3. I don't know what that means, but okay. I never really understood what that meant. Colon 3.
Uh-huh.
Is it supposed to be like ball chins or something?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Just a weird, stupid, dumb face.
Weird and stupid and dumb.
Samurai
Yeah.
says, or hey core, this is the end my friend.
This is the end, my friend. I hope it never rains. This is the end, my
Yep, I
friend.
agree. This is the end.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard. Got so far.
Yep, the end is near. Probably don't have long left on this pitiful planet.
For everyone?
Probably just me in particular. I don't know. Possibly everyone.
Huh.
Maybe a big rock will smash into it. We'll see. Or maybe China will create some new deadly virus that gets released upon the world.
Right. The dude abides. The dude abides. China. Are you waiting for one of those moments where people realize they're not special?
Oh, I mean, I already realized that moment myself.
Well, yeah, but others don't. The
Yeah.
ones that tend to think that they're above
Samurai
everything and
says,
nothing wrong can ever
well,
happen
with
to
Kim
them.
being all stupid, who knows over there in Korea.
It's just the world we live in, you know? No one's supposed to care about anyone but themselves, so why should anyone care about you type deal?
Kim being stupid over in Korea. Well, I don't know. Is North Korea doing something now? I don't watch the news, so I'm kind of out of the loop on everything.
Yeah, I don't know. He's always doing something dumb or some shit. I can't keep up with that garbage no more.
It's threatening Hollywood again.
Flame Sergeant Second Class. And I'm a Flame Private.
Sam, what's
If I
going
get
on the
promoted, I will
PC or the
become...
PlayStation angle of everything?
I don't know, man. It probably works way better than anything on PC.
PC, cause it's gonna be. I don't know. Ask Sam about console lag.
Oh, it probably doesn't have any. It probably runs smooth as fucking butter.
How about
Console's where it's
you,
at, you
you
know? It's
crazy Dutch
smooth.
bastard?
Don't have to worry about any rubber banding. Don't gotta worry about the game pissing you off. It just runs the way it needs to.
Sam, how does Stow run on PlayStation for you? Do you get any kind of rubber banding? I don't know if you play on Dyson. Dyson seems to be like one of the #1 rubber banders anyway.
Samuraith says, yeah, runs well.
Runs
Like
well.
I popped on earlier for like 30 seconds just to get my daily done, get that credit towards that stupid armor I'm never gonna use. I rubber band like 100 times in the 30 seconds I was on. I'm like, I sure am glad I'm only doing this.
Samuraith says, TFOs are okay, there's the occasional rubber banding.
TFOs are okay, there's the occasional rubber banding. What about, Sam, just Dyson? Do you ever go to Dyson much? Because I know Dyson's always been #1 about rubber banding no matter what. Like the biggest rubber bander of them all. Because it's one of the old maps and shit.
Samu Wraith says, I don't go to Dyson too much.
You don't go to Dyson too much, yeah. Yeah, when Core was playing the other day, he had enough, and it was it for him in the game. He got shot back like thousands of times.
Samu Wraith says, haven't since I got my PS5.
So when you got your PS5, it was a lot better than PS4's version, yeah. So what event do they have going on there now? Ugh, Belch.
Samu Wraith says, right now it's the event for the V'ger ship.
The V'ger ship? I thought you already went through that.
That event lasted like a whole month, so...
V'ger.
V'ger. V-G-E-R. V'ger. But what's the one that y'all were doing the same time we were because something wasn't working right? I forget.
I think whatever was after V'ger, I forget too.
Oh, fuck me up the ass. Okay.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
A Good Day to Die, I think, was that, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
Klingon,
Good Day to Die.
Klingon event, yeah, okay.
Klingon event, yeah.
Yeah.
You know those Klingons, they gotta have their own event.
They gotta be special.
So stuck up their own
Fucking
farts and whatever.
Well, every time they accomplish something, they have to have a huge party and the orchestra plays for like 20 minutes. I win the battle! Yay! They all pass out and wake up like 3 days later with a hangover.
Samu Wraith says, yep, good day to die with Jerry the Klingon.
Good day to die with Jerry the Klingon. Fuck. Oh, God. Them damn dogs just bark, 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 bark.
Only there was a way to make the dog not do that.
I know. Well, she's like the youngest
Samu Wraith
of
says,
them all.
I
Like,
Jerry
she's
the
just like a year
Klingon
old
fight
or
for my
whatever.
brother's honor in his house.
And she, guess like she just hear her own voice. She'll just go like in the house, just whoa. Like, okay. Oh, the other dog's looking at her like, what the hell? And the male dog, he's like, I'm trying to sleep over here, damn it. He's laid back and cool. He bosses me around though.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
tell him not to do that.
I'll go into the kitchen. Like on my day off or whatever. Get bombarded with questions, you know, about shit. And then he'll be over there and
Fuck you in the neck!
he'll fuck me in the neck, yeah. He'll go over to my bedroom door and look at me and look at the door and go, I was like, no, wait, I'm trying to get something to eat. And he'll go, like, hold on a minute, damn. And he'll just look at me and just stare. As soon as I get something, he's like, all right, you got it? Go, ho. He go, ho, ho, ho. I'm like, okay, damn. Ho, ho.
That's when you tell him, you say, calm down, Tarzan.
Yeah, he has specific grunts and things that he does, and it's really interesting though. Like
Must be nice.
yeah, it'll be in my room, laying on my bed, and I'll be on the computer, like doing whatever. He'll go, oh, oh, oh. What, you want me to come over there and lay down in the bed with you? He'll wag his tail like, yeah. And I'll just ignore him. He'll go, oh, oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, You ever just had a conversation with an animal like you would a human?
Nope.
Why not? It's fun.
Because they don't understand a damn word you're saying.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
They're animals.
They understand things.
They understand like two things,
Food, piss.
basically.
Well, I could tell him like to listen for something. Like, listen. His ears will go up. He'll go, smell. He'll go over there and smell something. Like, say, what do you want? You know. And he'll go do something.
Samuraith says, they understand the core language.
He'll still like give me a motion, like his head will like do the whole little come on, come on, come on. Then the female in the house, she gets all excited and wets the floor every time she sees you. She's like, oh, there you are, P. Then she'll walk off, come back, and go, oh, you're back, P. Since we have another dog in the house right now recovering from knee surgery, she's pretty laid back. My mom said they didn't even have to sedate her when they went and did an x-ray of her leg. She said, all right, get up on the table and lay there, and she did. Big still, and she was still. They did the x-ray and said, okay. And then she started breathing again. Well, panting. There's a kid today came in and bought some things or whatever with one of his friends, and the total was like $19 and something. He gives me like $30. I was like a 20 and a 10, you know. I'm like, well, I'm gonna take it out of this because you don't need this one. And I said, you can have that $10 bill back.
I'm gonna go. Do you want me to go fucking trash your lights?
He says, man, I can't do math. It's like, yeah, looks like you got your education from Arkansas, didn't you?
Arkansas.
Arkansas, yes. It's like a state or something. Damn it, she got to it first. Indeed, banjo playing in the background. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. I'm like one of the world's worst about giving advice to people. I just can't seem to do it right. This evening, the coworker I was working with was talking about the water bill they had to pay because they live in the town that the store's in, and they said they were like late by like a few days or something, and they gave them a shut-off like bill, even though they didn't shut their water off, like to pay the shut-off and to pay the bill at the same time, and it was like $50 extra. And I said, wow, sounds like they need you to buy something from them in town for $50 then. She goes, what are you talking about? I said, well, what in town do you think is $50 it's worth owning? She goes, the memorial across the road. I was like, so that would look good in your yard is what you're saying. well, you paid $50 for it, go get it. So I just don't think I'm good at giving advice. You know, it's like when I got a ticket for $200 for apparently speeding in a little town or whatever, even though it was not on the town's property or whatever. You know, it was like $200. So I was thinking to myself, what in that town do I want for $200 that'll fit in my car? Yeah, I don't make good decisions. That's my thing. I don't think clearly.
When an officer pulls you over and asks you, do you know how fast you're going? The response you should give them is, who the fuck cares?
Like, well, you were following me the same speed or faster, so how fast were you going?
And that's when the cop responds, who the fuck cares?
That's right. Well, if we both fucking don't care, then have a good day. Yeah, there's something like, when I was working at the other store, there's a 4-lane, and 3 out of the 4 lanes belongs
Samurai
to
says,
the city.
Scorp is like I don't know,
and then,
officer, how fast was I going?
One of the lanes of the 4-lane belong to this other little town that's kind of connected to that city. And if you're not in that lane, then technically you're not speeding on their town. So, and I didn't know that at the time that I could have just told them, hey, we're not in wherever. Technically, I'm over here on this one. But you know, if you ever argue with an officer or some shit like that, or just disagree on something, they get all excited and reach for their gun or something like that. Oh yeah, you want to say it to my face again? I got a gun on you. Yeah, you intimidating bastard. How you doing? Oh yeah, well I'm fake recording to my camera phone online on Twitch. Oh, I'm streaming this right now. I'm gonna threaten. Yeah. There was a dude I used to watch on YouTube. Well, I didn't actually watch him in particular, just watched things, and then he was like involved in a lot of them. Like, you'd watch the police story things, and then this guy just walk up and ask, "Why are you arresting them? You don't have any right to arrest these people." And they'd be like, just, you know, this is a police matter. You don't have to."
Give me a fucking answer!
I'm a private citizen. I have the right to know what's going on, kind of shit. And he always like got up in the police officer's business and shit. You know, like, why don't you have your cars marked? Your cars are supposed to be marked, blah, 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 you know, like that. And going in and pretty much harassing the police officers on, like, ordinances that they should be following, this kind of shit or whatever. So that makes him a target, you know. And they would always, like, find reasons to arrest him. And now he, like, moved out of the United States and lives in Mexico or some shit because he's on the run from them. Or, I don't know. I can't remember what that guy's name was. But he had like a YouTube channel and all that kind of shit, and I never really watched it. But you'd see him in everybody else's shit when they talk about him.
Da-da-da-da, like this.
Yeah, I'm fighting the god of lightning, Ramu.
Okay.
I'm throwing my summon powers at him. And now I'm about to throw Dragon Flare. Oh, he just got flared. I don't know what this means.
He got Ric Flaired.
I got terrored.
He got wooed.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything I could do about that. Bummer. I got like 13 seconds left. Bummer. There we go.
There you go. There you go again.
It's fucking distracting.
Distracting.
Dickin' Buzz is mad! You can't stop Dickin' Buzz!
good.
Good for you.
And how is it? Because it's useless now, isn't it? For some reason,
No.
a few days ago, one of the stupid videos, or, well, just the stream that gets nobody anyway, you know, on here. Let me go to it real quick. When I exported it over to YouTube this morning, or, well, when I woke up today, whatever it is, I went there to see if the video last night successfully went over. And to my surprise, one of the videos got over 120 views on YouTube for some reason. And it says and then the board came. And and then nothing.
It's true. I was there when the board came, man, all over my face.
Yeah, it's the one that says 129 now. It says Star Trek Online last day, March 24th. That's the title of it, was last day. And it has 129 views. So if you're ending your streams, people love that shit. Analytics on it says 2.8 hours viewed. That doesn't make any sense. The rest of them are still just like 1 or 2. So for that particular one, got 129 views. Just because it said last day. So if I'm ever preparing to completely end it, that means somebody's going to watch it.
I am coming.
I did it. We defeated Ramu, the god of lightning.
Success and many
Then
stories
the
to be
board
told.
came.
Then the board came, that's right. Many trumpets played during the ceremony, and you have won the world. And
2-player comms for not dying, I guess. Even though I apologized, I joined the fight and I said I apologize for dying 100 times.
60% of the time,
and then
it works every time.
I didn't die not
That
one
doesn't make
time,
sense.
and then after the fight was over, I was like, I'm sorry I died so much, even though I revived someone who actually did die. Because I have the ability to do that, because I'm a summoner, and summoners can
Sam
revive
says, he
dead,
did it.
dead party members.
you did it.
Yeah. I really do need to set up my Swift cast macro, though. I have to go back to Gridania and talk to Connie-sana at the Lotus Sand. And she's gonna be like, oh, thanks for stopping Ramu.
Fuck it.
You're
Do it
such-
live.
You're
I'll
such a
write it and
hero,
we'll do it
warrior of
live.
light. And I'll be like, yeah, thanks, you're welcome, that's so cool.
Caveman can do it.
Yep.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Way to go, a-hole!
There she goes. There she goes again. Racing through my brain. I've got 1 gallon of gas left in my car, exactly when I arrived at home. Dun,
Darn, now
dun,
you're not gonna be able to go to work ever again because you don't have enough gas to get there.
It is so crazy how gas goes through that thing so fast. When there's 1 gallon left, it's an 8.7 gallon tank. You can fill that son of a bitch up run for a few weeks. As soon as it hits 1 gallon left, you got like maybe 5 miles.
Well, congratulations,
now I need to go speak
numbnuts!
to Menfilia again at the Rising Stones.
Congratulations, numbnuts.
Yeah.
No one else can heal my pain. Had somebody from the hell they call that company? Footprint. I don't know what the hell that is. And they said, I'm here to put together your Frito rack. I said, what Frito rack? It's like going around to other stores, and we're supposed to have a box that came in and a little package that has the signage for it and stuff, and we're supposed to construct it and place it on your sales floor. Where do you want it at? And I'm like, I don't know. Nobody told me about this stuff. Put it together and put it wherever the fuck you want. I'm like, well, okay. And I was like, yeah. So we went and I said, well, okay, is that the box? She said, yeah. Like, okay. She goes, okay, I'll construct it over here.
Merry
I said,
Christmas,
go right
you
ahead,
filthy
then.
animal. And a Happy New Year.
The truck driver came in today, and because it was fresh truck day, duh. Tuesday for us. You know. He comes in and he has a clipboard and he says, I'm your fresh truck. I'm here to, for your whatever. And I'm like, okay. Well, I have to, and he's like starting to put his work gloves on and stuff. And I said, well, I have to set the safe, and it's like a 9-minute delay so I can get the key out to unlock the back door. He takes his gloves off immediately and just sets them down. It was funny. I guess you had to be there for that. It was a happy day, kind of. Yeah. The hell are the Voth running over there for? Alright, that's different. Huh. Weird.
Right, it's different. Weird.
Well, the Voth from over here were running to the next section over, which doesn't happen. Okay. Wild. Unless they spawned over here when they were supposed to spawn over there. I guess that makes some sense. This game is crazy after all, and not well constructed. I have to say, the models of the ships, yes, they do look okay. I like the ones that I've always seen on television better, but they're not too bad. The modelers are doing an okay job, even though they part it together and don't put the mesh as one solid mesh, but still makes changing out parts easier, I suppose. Yes.
Samurai
What's
says,
that company's
almost
name?
sounds
The
like he
stupid
was going
company
to
that
get
makes
fresh
this
with you for a
stupid ass
minute.
piece of shit game. Announced 2 legendary something or another that they're releasing. So that would probably be like $12,000.
Then the board came. Then the board came. And they showed me that we're all going to die sometime. Just a question of how and when. Then the board came. Then the board came.
Well, if they're coming out with another ship, yeah, it's going to cost monies.
Yep, to call it Akira or whatever.
Another thing I will not be getting. Man, everyone asks me, like, how do you get the joy out of this game if you never buy anything? Well, because I don't have to buy anything.
So I don't buy anything either, and I got no enjoyment from the game.
Well, we all know why. Rubber band. Maybe?
Legendary TMP era Akira just revealed. This is what it looks like.
Just Call Makower says, https://www.reddit.com/r/sto/comments/1256h3i/legendary_tmp_era_akira_just_revealed/. Samu Wraith says, Yeah, the Akira.
The Akira. What is the Akira, like, in? Because I don't know. The name sounds somewhat familiar as far as the word Akira. I don't know if it's Star Trek is where I heard it from or not. I don't really pay attention.
Samuraith says, I was like it's alright but me I already bought a ship I wanted.
You can tell I loaded up a web browser. And the frame drops. When the bug came.
I don't know if it's just me. It probably is, but your stream is running like shit for me.
Well, yeah.
Starting to wonder if there's something wrong with my computer.
Well, I opened a web browser. That means I clicked off the game and the frame rate dropped.
But you're back in the game and it still looks like crap to me.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Isn't that ship already in the game? Huh. I don't know. Maybe I've been dropping frames myself. Let me see.
The Earth
I don't know. It
said, let me see. There we go. Zero
I
drop
may load it
frames.
up on my phone or something. Probably just me. I don't know. Computer's probably about to die or whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Well, that's good.
Here we go.
Samuraith says, it's a variant of the Akira.
Ah. Why is it legendary, though? That doesn't make any sense. Why do they mark a ship as legendary? There's no point. Stop shooting me, God, fuck. I don't want to do any battle. Come on already, shit. Look here, Mr. Mosquito Hawk. You ain't gonna find no skaters in here, buddy.
Samuraith says, that I'm not sure.
Dude, I need to, like, let you out, man. Mosquito Hawk came in.
Samuraith says, Core seems unhappy Scorp.
Yeah. Yeah, when I came in, the Mosquito Hawk came in with me. Now he's looking for mosquitoes. I saw one there, buddy. I saw one. It's in the bathroom. There. I'll let him out so I can go hunting. Tactical plan. Blam, 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 blam. Right there. Good deal. All right.
Repeat. The imposter is not to be injured.
I'm Captain Belch.
Then we were both off.
Samuraith says, plol.
Plol?
Samuraith says, LOL.
Plol. 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 Na 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 na. Ooh. Voth engineers have started stealing omega particles.
Samuraith says, rolling underscore on underscore the underscore floor underscore laughing.
Lol. Then the bug came. Then the bug came. Came all over their face.
No, Kitty, this is not Pud Pad. No, Kitty, you bad kid. No, Kitty's not Pud Pad. Mom, Kitty's being a dildo.
Bam 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 bam. Well, the part came in that or the 3D print, I guess I could say, came in for the latest Shapeways thing that I created, which is nothing really special.
Then the board.
Knew you'd like it.
Then the board came. And they showed me that we're all gonna die sometime. Just a question of how and when. Then the board came. Then the board came.
Since I was into the Volkswagen thing and all that, and created these strut bearing mount, which is the top of a strut system at the front end of a vehicle. Little bearing caps, that grease caps or whatever, that aren't really necessary anymore for the cars, since the new sealed ones are.
LOL.
Since the new sealed ones don't require it. But for more like a cosmetic type thing,
Samuraith
I
says,
created those.
Then the Borg came.
Then the Borg came. Yep, they sure did. That's what the Borg do. They came. They keep caming all over themselves. They love to do that. They love to came. And
Samuraith says, cool, got your car fixed.
No, I didn't get any car fixed. Nope. I washed my Volkswagen, but it's nothing broken with it. Anyway, since when I was in the Volkswagen mood way back when, and now I've kind of lost interest completely because I realized that I can never have that car the way I want it to be, and I can't do to it what it needs to be done. And I just got to where I got lazy and don't give a shit anymore about it. But I'm not gonna sell the shit. I'm not gonna sell it because it has problems, and I don't want someone getting hurt because of it. I would have never bought the car had I known it had an issue like that before, but I didn't know anything about them at the time. Anyway, the strut system of a vehicle, mostly all vehicles these days, have strut bearing systems that whenever they turn, you know, the bearing at the top eases the transition whenever the wheel spins on there. Anyway, in the new versions of those strut mounts bearings, since they're sealed, they do not require a grease cap. So what I did years and years ago was create a grease cap based off of the original, but I made it bigger to fit the newer version and everything to, you know, and then put it on shapeways.com to sell it as like a novelty type thing, just for appearance only, you know, serves no purpose actually. Well, I got an email, or well, a message from someone who was wanting to buy the part off of Shapeways from me, and they said, well, your measurements or whatever, how big is it? And I was like, I gave them the measurements for it because I thought I had it on there at first, and now I do. And he said, well, the newer one or whatever is a little bigger, so you might want to think about changing the size of whatever. And I'm like, well, that's weird. I mean, I got the newer one too, and it's exactly how I measured it, and my things fit perfectly in it because I have pictures of them fitting. And so I needed to run a test run or test prints of the modified versions that I created, which I made a bigger version of the file, uploaded it, and then in order to sell it or to let other people test it out too, you have to buy it yourself and have it test printed and shipped to you and all that. So $30 later, I have this piece as a test thing, and I haven't opened it yet. And I'm thinking about making something else, a little alternate version of that, so that everyone's satisfied with this bullshit. I should really take that down, that Shapeways thing. I thought I was helping people, but it turns out they just like to complain. Yeah. Like the turn signal switches in those cars, the little spring mechanism that returns it back to central position from, like, if you say you want to turn right and you flip the little switch up to turn right, when you turn the wheel back, it automatically comes back like it does on a standard car these days. But in the Volkswagen, the turn signal switch was more mechanical than it is now. And, like, you know, it breaks real easily where the spring mechanism returns. So I created new mounts to hold that, or little retainers that go inside the thing itself to hold the spring better out of better plastic or whatever than that junk that they do use. And I get questions about that all the time. There's like this, what do you call that thing? It's like a, shit. Let's see, it goes onto the steering rod, which is the center console, or the whatever, it's called a steering rod. I'm not going to explain what the fuck it is. There's like this little circlip ring that goes there.
So you're not going to fix it up anymore then?
It doesn't need fixing up. I mean, it's at a point, and it has been for years since I've been driving it, before I got my smart car, to where it's a full car. I mean, it can be driven. I just don't like the fact that I can't fix it to be perfect like it's supposed to be. And no one can. That's the thing. And unless they completely take the whole bottom of the car off from the top of the car and put another, like, chassis or whatever. It's a unibody car, so it doesn't have a real chassis. It's what it was is, before I ever had the car, and before whoever had it before me had it, it was in an accident. People always having accidents and shit. And so whoever it was hit the very back left side of the car, knocking it a certain way where the trailing arms are, which are like where the rear wheels connect to it. And in doing so, it knocked the car out of balance to where it cannot ever be straightened, because you can't put that on a frame machine and straighten it. If you do that, it'll just tear it to pieces, because it's a unibody. I was told this by some Volkswagen guy that used to have his works and things put in Volkswagen magazines and top rated in the United States or whatever. He said the only thing you can do is find a trashed Volkswagen and see if the bottom frame of that car is better than yours or whatever, and completely take your car apart and put the body onto a different bottom and all that shit. And I'm like, well, if I do that, the VIN number thing won't match, so it won't be a stock original as is anyway. If I ever wanted to sell it, I couldn't sell it as an original, like its version of stock, because it doesn't have, it wouldn't match VIN numbers everywhere. So what VIN number do you go by if you can't match because the bottom of the car has the VIN number the same as the shell of the car. But to me, it wouldn't be like the original car. It's like that that whole thing about, like, what is the parable thing about the guy in the boat, right? Like, they build this ship or something, and over time they just replace all the pieces, and at what time is it the original ship anymore if you've changed out everything? So if you leave something original on it all the time, then it's just that car, But too much work would have to be going into that car to completely fix it perfectly. It is drivable if I go out there and clean the points, put fuel in it, and charge the battery. I can start it up. I have to go get like a tire put on the rim or some shit like that, because the other one, like, ran out of air and dry rotted or some shit. I don't know. But I mean, that's all it is. It's a Volkswagen. That thing will crank right up. I don't want to have to like clean the carburetor either. That's too much of a pain in the ass to clean a Volkswagen's carburetor, especially the dual Solex or whatever that's on it now. It's not a dual one. It's like there's two screw settings on that thing that you have to get perfect to make it run right. And I finally got it that way, but if you clean a carburetor, you have to take it all apart. So when you put it back together, then you have to go through that whole process again to get it right. It just takes too damn long. It's a pain in the ass. So I learned not to put ethanol gas in it, because ethanol eats brass, and the carburetor's got brass parts inside of it. So, yeah. Then I have to change the fuel lines once a month on that damn thing too, because I use original German lines on it. Because I want it to be as it is. That was my whole thing about that car. Since I like putting model cars together, I thought that could be perfect for like a life-size model. Original things. Original German this. Original German that. That was my whole goal for it, and that goal just got smashed. When I found out that I could not ever fix the car perfectly or whatever and make it right, and then I hit the deer in it, and it had to get a different hood, so now the hood doesn't match up perfectly on the car. I can't get the lock down in the front, so it's always going to be able to be open for no matter what. Certain things just happen, and it just pissed me off so much that I don't want to deal with it anymore. I mean, I finally rinsed it off, so now it's like it's a cleaner looking car. But
Samu Wraith says, they just don't make them anymore, do they? All the original parts.
No, and especially that year, because since mine is a 71 Super Beetle, there's only 2 years of parts for that car. Because my car was born, and I have a birth certificate for it because I sent off for that from the German factory over there where it was from. My car was born December 8th, 1970. It shipped out on the 13th to Washington State in the United States. So from 70, because 71 and 72 cars are virtually like parts can be swapped easily. Well, everything changed, like the trailing arms, which are the back, where the back wheels connect, and the back suspension and all that, completely changed during 73 or late 72 and in 70.
Says, oh wow.
Yeah, and the front strut system, McPherson struts were introduced to the Volkswagen in the 1971 Super Beetle. That's the whole point of the Super Beetle. It's a wider car too, so nothing of a normal Volkswagen will fit it. So it's a very rare car for its year, and it's also one of the most one of the versions of the car that nobody really wants because of the part situation. But I didn't know anything like that at the time when I bought it, and then like completely restored it from nothing. It was like 3 different primer shades of color and rust and stuff like that, and I sanded the hell out of it down and primered it up just to protect the paint and stuff, and stripped the inside, stripped out everything off the outside, everything. I cleaned the damn thing out. I only had just a steering wheel inside of it, you know, because the engine's in the back, and it had to stay in the car because, you know, I never wanted to take it out. But eventually I did take it out years later, though, to replace the heads on it. I replaced the heads myself. That was an experience. I did all the work done on it except painting the car and resetting the back suspension height was all me. And I spent so much doing that, learning everything I could about it. Got a manual. I have a Bentley manual, which is the like instructions to how to do everything. My own little tweaks here and there, you know. And it just it sent me into depression when I found out I couldn't fix it, no matter what I did. And the reason, see, the problem with it, it's drivable, but it's like its rear end wants to swing around more than it normally would for a car, because the back end is not parallel when driving. Like whenever you're driving in a vehicle, if your back tires and your front tires are parallel with one another and not doing this dog tracking thing, or they're not V'd out. What is the term for that? I learned all that shit and now I can't remember it. Toe in and toe out is one of the terms, where if the back wheels kind of have this, if you look at it from on top, the back of the back wheels are closer together and the front of the back wheels are farther apart, just about maybe half an inch to an inch. While it doesn't look that bad, if you look at it, when you're driving it, you feel it. Like when you go around a curve, that curve's a little more exaggerated, where the car wants to kind of whip that direction, you know, or whatever. And the faster you go, the worse it gets. So it's dangerous. And I don't want to have someone buy it and say, well, I had a wreck in it because of this or some shit, you know. So I'm like, So I have to keep it no matter what. But I like it. I got the Herbie decals on it. It's happy, even though they're starting to want to shrink off and peel off because of the heat. Decals shrink in the heat. And no matter how you put them on there, they're always going to do it. It's so stupid. I guess that's why people have it painted on instead of like that. The hood never looks right because it's a different shade, because the guys that painted the first time didn't match the paint whenever I had to have the hood, a new hood repainted, or, well, a used hood. But I have the original hood right here in my room next to my bed. I see it every night. I have the original fender from the deer incident. I have a new front grille that needs to be put on it eventually one day.
Samuraith says, I remember I was obsessed with that car Herbie for a number of years.
Yeah, dude, I loved it. That's why I took what this car was and I had it painted almost like Herbie, and I have the decal set. I put the decals on it myself. I mean, it makes me happy to have it, but it's a pain in the ass to maintain. Those Volkswagens, you have to adjust the valve spacing with a filler gauge, and that means you have this little thing that you flip out, and it's pieces of metal that are like a 4/400ths of an inch thick or whatever.
Samuraith says, "Oh, how cool, man!"
And you have to let the car cool completely down, overnight. Go out in the early morning before the sun comes up and it gets too warm. To go out, take the valve covers off of both sides of the car, and get the feeler gauge out for your 0.4 or whatever of an inch gap that you want the valve to have between the actual hammer that's on the heads to hit the valve. And you have to adjust it to make sure it hits right, because if you have it where the valve stays open too long, too much fuel gets in, you dump fuel, the car doesn't run right. If you have it doing too less, and then it stays a certain way, and it clanks and junk like that. So you have to like constantly keep that under wraps monthly. You have to manually adjust the brakes all the time in it because my star adjusters. See.
Samu Wraith says, "How often you gotta do that?"
I'm waiting for it to catch up. Fill pet team list. Trip, yay, cool. Star adjusters on brakes. Whenever you get under there, you pop these little things off, which most people don't have them. I have them because they were original and I wanted them on my car to protect the adjusters. But they're like little you put like a screwdriver in a hole and you pop them, and it rotates like one little tiny little notch, and it'll lock down if they're like new and the piece is still there. But mine were all rotted away, so my adjusters inside of there constantly move as you're driving over the course of a month. So you constantly have to get under there and adjust the brakes manually to tighten them back up. And that became a pain in the ass to always have to do. Replacing the fuel hoses like every 2 months. Had to do that. But that was only because I wasn't aware that ethanol gas was bad for the car. And it doesn't have a fuel filter, so you have to like create your own kind of thing for that. Yeah, bunch of stuff. Get the electronics working all again and stuff like that. Fuel pump. I had trouble with that. I'd always like every time I'd stop at a red light, the car would not go anywhere because the fuel pump would fail or whatever. Damn EMPI parts shit. Never buy an EMPI product. EMPI, EMPI. Chinese bullshit. Always get original stock if you can, if anything. But
Samu Wraith says, "Oh geez dude, I can see how that can be tedious and get frustrating."
Yeah, and that's just part of it. That's part of the car. There's no air conditioning in the car because it's a Volkswagen. You can have third-party air conditioning installed, like back in 1970 something, 80 something, or whatever. But then that puts more pressure on your engine, so you have to make sure.
Just call Nikora says, "It's just too dang loud here. I am going to go lay down or some shit. Sorry."
No problem, dude. I understand completely. I know how loud it can get with doing shit, and you can't concentrate, and it's frustrating. That's why I stream at night when everyone's asleep, and even the animals. If I tried that shit during the day, I'd get interrupted like every 5 minutes. Or you hear barking, 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 and every time I hear a bark, I swear my blood pressure spikes. And I can't. It's like, I guess with kids, if it had kids and hearing them like talking or some shit.
Samu Wraith says, "I just can't believe how frustrating it is to do upkeep on a Volkswagen."
It is a pain in the ass. You know, I've always told everybody too, like, I can't see some old lady getting under there and adjusting her valves like every morning or whatever. Well, you don't have to do it every morning. You don't have to do it as often as I've been doing it, but it's just, it keeps the car maintained. And changing the oil, you know, no one around anywhere will change it for you. You have to do it yourself, and it's not as same as changing a modern day car oil either. It's a process, and you got to be very careful. There's 6 nuts that are on the bottom of the engine, and if you over tighten them and strip them out, whatever, that's it for that engine. It's over. Because if it leaks, it's over. You know, you can't. The engine block is made out of magnesium, so if it gets wet and stays wet for too long, it can eat away and erode over time. So you have to make sure you never have any kind of water inside the engine if there's no oil available for certain places in it. As if you do it the stock way, which is what I've done, you have an oil bath breather that sits on top of the carburetor, and not an air filtering system, but well, it's an air filter, but it uses oil to filter out contaminants, and you have to make sure that's at a certain level at all times. You can't turn the car over because that'll get everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but that's some of the small things. If you want to have windshield wipers, you have to make sure your spare tire in the front of your car has air pressure in it, because that's how it runs. You hook up the water or the fluid tank to the pressure in the air or in the pressure of the car's spare tire, and then feed it into the line.
That's crazy, dude. Sounds overwhelming.
And when you press the button on the inside of the car, it relieves that valve or whatever for the air pressure from the tire to go into the tank to then push out onto the windshield. So it's a hassle. It's something, and you have to make sure that stuff stays tight, because if it gets wet, or if it gets to where it leaks, it'll leak into the dash and get all over you. And there's electronics in there too, so yeah. There's a cool air vent system that has to be maintained. What else? One day I need to completely redo the whole wiper system, because when I got it, the wiper did not work. I had to disassemble the whole little motor for it and clearing it out and put new grease in there and recalibrate it to polarize it or whatever to get it running again. And to polarize something, you have to put like an energy field on one side of it and a negative energy field on the other side, so it's positive, negative, so it knows which direction to spin. You have to do that with new generators if you get a generator for the car. I had to resolder the wires back together on the generator for that one so that it would actually work again, because it doesn't have an alternator, which does the same thing. It's a generator. It generates electricity, or it generates power to store into the battery. And if that's not working right, then you're not. And it runs off of a pulley system
Fu
too.
Manchuian says, "Woa, you a fellow mechanic?"
No, I'm not a mechanic at all. I just own a Volkswagen. Yeah, there's mechanics and there's people that owns Volkswagens, so that's the difference. Did I get all that already? Yeah. But I've got pictures like whenever I bought the car and as I did work progress.
Fu Manchuian says, "Usually a generator has to go into a voltage regulator before the battery."
Well, this is on a Volkswagen, way back in the day, like 1970s and shit. Well, I didn't have to do all that. I just the motor for the wiper.
Fu Manchuian says, "German cars are nightmares." Yeah, that's about period.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very much. And when I got it, like, I had to like clear it, even the door locks.
Fu Manchuian says, "All cars usually had to have separate generator and regulator."
Well, it has this thing on top of the car, on top of the generator, little box. I think that's the regulator. I never had to deal with it yet, but where am I going to get some more marks at? I keep doing this. I keep not getting enough. Guess I have to jump instances. But I used to like have all the terminology of the car in my head, but then when I got frustrated with it, and just kind of set it aside for when I got a different car. I mean, yeah. I mean, I had to replace all sorts of shit. The rubber, anything rubber that I could replace, because the Super Beetle had the super.
That's the regulator. But if you own an Volks, you probably are basically a first-year mechanic by now. LOL.
Right. Well, I've had the Volkswagen since 2012, 2012, and I got it. And I stripped it completely and had to redo the whole thing to make it a drivable car. So I went through wiring diagrams, everything. I have like a Bentley manual for it, and it's just a pain in the ass, you know. And that was a daily driver for me because that's what I used to get back and forth to work in. And you're talking about like breaking down all the time. I mean, I had it where one of the I didn't know it at the time, but that's why I replaced the heads. But one of the spark plug areas for the heads was stripped, and they used, it wasn't a helicoil, it was a time cert, because I have some of those. I bought some just because they were like a helicoil, except when they go in, they actually are permanently in there, like a piece that's there. You know, like you had to, when you installed that, you had to like cut into the head and install that, so then the spark plug could go. But for some reason, whoever had it before me, or whoever had the car before I did, when they put it in there, they over tightened the spark plug, and it made it loose. So if the car was running, sometimes that would pop out. Then the car would go into 3 spark mode, which it's pretty interesting that the car is built the way it is, though, because early model Volkswagens, when Hitler had them commissioned, were 2-cylinder. So by default, if 2 cylinders go out, there's 2 opposite cylinders and keep it running.
I've used helicoils on head bolt threads before. They're pretty permanent if done right. Just finicky AF.
Yeah, these weren't helicoils though. They were called time certs, and they're like a solid piece instead of like a coiled up piece or whatever. And it's made out of, I think, was it brass or some shit? And it was just, it had the engine. However it was like damn it, I keep getting shot. I'm getting distracted by reliving the past. Yeah, whoever had it before me, like they used one of those on there, but they, when I took it off of there, it's like they tried to use what is it, JB Weld to hold the damn thing in. I don't know. It was so weird. But I eventually like took the engine out of the car and installed brand new Mexican heads on it, so because that's the only you get is Mexican heads. And I haven't had a problem since. You know, just adjusting valves and being frustrated with that shit all the time. Pain in the ass, because I would make a routine scheduling of adjusting the valves every other month and putting new valve shit. I'm trying to find one that's got like new valve seals and stuff in there all the time, and not using Permatex, because a lot of people like to use Permatex to like completely seal the damn thing, but as often as I would take it out of there, I didn't believe in doing that, because that stuff is actually toxic and not good for you, you know, to touch. Wear gloves. Always wear gloves. Yeah, okay, that one's empty. Good deal. But it was just a big pain in the ass. And I still, like I said, I still have the car. It's outside. I call it my little German. When people talk about things, I said, yeah, I have a German living at the house. Yeah. Well, they say, oh, really? What's their name? And I said, well, he's a Volkswagen. Like I said, I have the birth certificate for it because I sent off for one of those. So excited. And when I found out that it's got the problems it's got, it just broke my fucking heart. Because I'm not about to take the whole damn top body off of that car and replace it with the non-VIN matching substitution or whatever, just so that it drives more straight than it should. It just pissed me off, though. But you never know the history of a car, though, you know? Especially something that old. You know, the history of the car is seen when you start taking the car apart. You see all this stuff that's like uneven and things that have been replaced and bondoed and shit like that. And it didn't help that time I hit that deer too. That really ticked me off, because I had the front bonnet, which is the front hood, the trunk of the Volkswagen, if you want to call it the trunk or whatever. I had it.
Chuian says, even a car that old that sits and never runs has tons of shit to replace with it.
Hell yeah. That's why I said I replaced all the rubber I could on it. And the Super Beetles
says, ya cars that old don't have Carfaxes.
since it was a Super Beetle, it had the Super Shakes, the Shake of Death or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but after so long, the rubber where the control bar in the very front of the car is, the rubber that stabilized the front would be eroded away, so the whole front of the car would shimmy, like when you hit a certain speed. And
Fu Manchuian says, control arm bushings?
Yeah, pretty much. But it would shimmy completely unless you replaced them. So I replaced them with urethane, which was supposed to be the better thing that lasts forever, or whatever, and it fixed that problem. But I'd like literally anything. I stripped the whole car when I got it. Somebody had tried to put in like a headliner in it and stuff like that, and I was like, no. So I learned how to install a headliner myself into the car, and people around who are Volkswagen people were like, you did this yourself? And I was like, yeah. They said, man, that thing's perfect. It's like, well, I just put it in there. It's got like strips of cardboard from cereal boxes that are there to help hold things in up underneath it, because that's how that was done apparently back in the day. Little strips of wood or whatever, or little pieces of cardboard. That's what around the doors, you know, like the ceiling of the car. Since you couldn't just like, cause you have to hammer it. They're like, if you don't, if you never worked on the car's headliners in old vehicles before, or just any vehicle now, I don't know, but they have like little teeth
Fu
around
Manchuian
it.
says, I did that in my first Firebird. The headline was falling down, so 4 cans of spray glue and some new fabric fixed that problem, lol.
Well, I installed a vinyl one because that was like supposed to be what was in it when the car was new. So it's got the tiny little hole pattern, you know, in it. And because I don't like the whole like spraying thing and then placing it in, especially for that one. I mean, I could see it in like a Firebird or something because that's the style. But in mine though, around the places that it would hold the vinyl headliner are teeth, metal teeth that you bend out first or whatever, then you hammer them back in whenever you've got the you know, where you want it. Well, you have to put these little strips of cardboard or any kind of like wood or something solid at the edges of it and fold it over a few times to make a solid edge so that it could grip. And that's what's inside my car. Because I looked up a video of how to keep that in, and they said this is what they actually did back in the day. But you know, cardboard would work now because it's a fiber wood or whatever kind of thing. But yeah, I replaced like even the engine seal, and the engine's like cocked over about 2 inches to one side because of what had happened to it before I ever had it. So it makes changing spark plugs on one side a little bit more difficult because it's harder to reach, but I can do it. That and like I said, the carburetor. I don't want to ever have to clean that thing again. I mean, that's a pain in the ass to adjust those 2 screws just to make the damn thing run right. And I had to time it myself. I got a timing gun to time the back of the car, you know, the engine with it and everything. And oh, goodness, memories, man. But yeah, whenever I hit that deer in the front of that car and it screwed that up and I had to get that out of the hood, now the front doesn't latch anymore, and the pull cable that's inside the glove box no longer works. And I was really proud of having that fixed too, because I made that thing stock as shit. And now the damn front tire went down, and I wasn't aware of it, and it like, I didn't rot. It got a crease in it, and of course that turned into a tear or some shit. So I have another tire to put on it. I have to put special tires on it, Coker tires, because you know, it's the best tire to put on an old car, is the old originally type car tires. Learned a little trick too. I mean, I learned a lot about mechanicking, I guess, by having it. Like even like cleaning up a car and keeping it like nice and neat. I laid the carpet back down in the car, even though it's a piece of shit, but it is what it is. It's original. I learned to use water and aluminum foil to actually clean chrome instead of using some sort of chrome cleaner. It just works just as best if you're getting like rust out and shit like that. But yeah, and I documented every bit of it, took pictures, wrote notes, every little thing that I was going to do to it. I kept track of it, receipts. Went through my share of off-brand parts versus original parts, and stuck with the original because, like I said, never go with Impy. Impy makes bullshit. It's pieces of shit. The rubber from Impy likes to fall to pieces within the course of a year, and it'll get black junk all over. Like if you get black rubber seal for anything, like right now, I still have an Impy rubber seal in the front turn signal.
Yeah, I only know the basics about cars. You know more than I do.
I know just the old stuff. I don't know anything about new stuff though. But yeah, I mean it's a Volkswagen. If I wanted to go out there, you know, I could just check the points in it, which are the, you know, in the distributor, the points fire off the power to the spark plugs, and spark plugs spark in the gas chamber, and the gas chamber hits, and boom, you know, you gotta, you know. But I need to make sure that I always lubricate that, because the one that came with the car was seized, so it didn't have the advance or retard on the distributor. And that's an actual term used in vehicles, so I'm not calling anybody a name. Advance means forward, and retard, or advance means like ahead or fast or whatever, and retard means slow, which, duh, it means slow. And that's in a distributor. It has to be that way. But the one that came with it was seized, so
Fu Manchuian says, retard just means to reverse.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I had to. I unseized it though. I thought that was cool. I mean, I work with that thing forever, but I got a new one for it anyway. Had to reverse it though. The firing sequence was not matching the original Volkswagen diagram, so I had to fix that by disassembling the new distributor and re-putting it back together. I need to make sure I still drop some oil in there, which should have some oil, because you're supposed to oil the inside of a distributor, like the little tiny middle part, so that it stays lubricated. But yeah, clean the points. They should be okay though. Every once in a while, I will go out there and manually turn the engine, you know, so that pressure on the heads and the springs and stuff like that are okay. They don't stay in one position for too long. Yeah, the only reason that I stopped like driving it, I got a smart car, and I went out there one day and the battery was dead because I had to get a new battery for the car anyway. Not the smart car, but the Volkswagen. So I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit. Because I got a specific battery.
Says, I would just bump start it to do that instead of turning the crank by hand, lol.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. I needed to get a battery. And the battery I get for it, because I don't know, like, you probably know, Volkswagens had a hard history with batteries because they're under the back seat. And the back seats of Volkswagens, sometimes they would be kind of low on the wires, and the springs inside the seat would hit the top of the battery, causing it to spark and then catch fire and burn the car. Well, I got a special battery whenever I got one before for it, where the terminals in it are sunk down. They're not sideways, but they're just sunk down where you can cover them. And I want to find another battery like that for it, because the battery's from 2012, so I'm guaranteeing it's not going to be good right now. But the last time I cranked it and had it running, it was like maybe 2 years ago. I mean, I've just kind of let it sit because life and shit happens, you know. But yeah, destroy Terran ships in the Empire. Badlands, here we come again. Just there yesterday doing the same
Fu
damn thing.
Manchuian says, car batteries are weird. I've had some last 20 years, and some go in 3.
Yeah, this one was like, you know, I'd run the car or whatever like that, and then like 2 days later it would be low. So I'm like, yeah, this battery's probably dying. Because that was like, all right, let's see, 2019 I think was the last time, so 12 to 97 years. So yeah, but I also installed a brand new light for the interior to match the year, because I had a different one, but I put a new one in there. I don't know if I may have wired something wrong to drain power, but I don't know. I had to rewire like the whole damn thing anyway. To original wiring diagram. Whoever had it before me had it wired completely off, and I had to like, it's got the original key for the ignition and the doors, because I had to redo the whole ignition switch, which was a pain in the ass.
Red alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm!
Yeah, any new ignition switch I get, I have to like redo that. Like key it up just right. I rekeyed the door locks so that they matched like they were supposed to, because when I got it, only one side matched the key, the original key for it, because there's supposed to be the ignition key in a Volkswagen and the door key is the same key, like most vehicles, you know. But or most vehicles of that time and earlier before now, you know, electronic shit and whatnot. So I got donor parts, which is like door handles and stuff like that, and took the whole key assembly out of those. Took the springs out, took the cylinders, the little pistony things or whatever. I can't think. I think they're called plungers. I'm not sure. Took that apart and rekeyed it so that my key worked, and then put that into my car. Original glove box key, all that kind of stuff. I sent off because there was this guy called Gabe that lives in California that was a Volkswagen key guy. You give him like the 6-digit number of the key of yours, and he makes a duplicate of it and sends you the duplicate. Because back then, when you got those cars, it came with 3 keys. 2 keys were copies. 1 key was made out of steel. That was supposed to be your master key, and just in case the other ones went somewhere or whatever, you can have another one made from the original steel key. Well, I have the steel key, but I didn't have any other ones, so I had 2 made for it so that I would actually have original keys for the car that have the Volkswagen logo and everything engraved into it. Yeah, it's been something, you know, having that car over time, because even the back suspension was kind of low from years of being used, like 40 plus years of being alive, you know. So I had to have somebody readjust that and bounce it back to life, you know. It made the car ride a little different because it was sagging in the rear, like the, you know, because of that. Back tires were kind of like doing that whole like M motion, where like the bottom of the back tires went out and the top went up like together, so because it was just in an awkward positioning. But whenever you drive it though, they'd straighten back up. It's just shit like that. Redoing the front suspension, of course. Re-rubbering the whole car, like I mentioned. New seals around all the windows after I put them in. I put the front windshield in, the side windshields, but I could never get the back windshield in, so I had to take it to a glass place to install that. It was just more difficult for some reason.
Focus fire on the plasma control station.
Things that I need to have done to the car are the vent wing windows and on the doors need to be the locks need to be like put on there, or well, new ones have to be installed, and I could do that, but I just don't have the rig to put it all back together again, because you have to like press fit it back into its thing. You can create like a wooden contraption to do that, I've seen, but I can't. I don't have the stuff for that. And I guess get new Herbie stripes, because those are already starting to like peel off, especially the white. And I've even got like the rain catcher in the back of the engine bay too. A lot of people took that thing out.
It's good to have land.
The rain catcher, like, since it has Lovier vents on the engine hood or whatever, rain could get in. But Volkswagen came up with this little piece of it's a contraption of metal that sit back there that would catch the water and run it down tubes and out the bottom of the engine bay so that it stayed off the engine. And I chose to have those installed, or like I chose to put them back into the car after I completely cleaned it off, sanded it down, reprimered it, and repainted it, and let it, you know, cure or whatever for like a week or two. So that system works. However, dirt daubers and wasp nests have been spotted inside of there, so that's fine. Destroy ending ships in the Dyson battle zone. Deal Tetrion damage space. Thought I already did that one. Yeah, we'd be rambling on about his car. It was an experience. If you've got patience, I'd say do it. Get you some sort of a old car that you like, and you fix that some bitch up the way you want it to be. It is an experience. You learn a whole hell of a lot about a vehicle. You learn never do that again. And that's why, like, a lot of times you see people selling old vehicles and old cars for like $30,000. You're like, how in the hell? But damn, it takes about that much just to make the damn thing run again and look nice. I understand. It's crazy. I mean, I even have like an original jack that I would never use on that car. But I looked up, like, referenced like what colors it was back in the day, and I completely stripped off all the old paint and the metal, and I mean not the metal, but reprimered it with etching primer, which means it etches into the metal and gets a hold, you know. Painted it original color, have it sitting under the back seat frame area, but never use it because it's called a suicide jack for a reason. And it's got a bad spot, like under the bottom of it where the battery sits, because in every one of them damn Volkswagens, apparently that was like one of the worst spots, because the battery would be there, and if a battery was leaking, it would eat through the metal and bullshit. So yeah, that's got like another piece of metal attached to it or whatever, holding that thing together, and it ticks me off. It's also an open spot, like behind the back seat, which is a little tiny bit of an area. Underneath all that, there's a piece of metal that's screwed down that's not supposed to be there, because it's an eaten hole through there completely, and I wasn't even aware of that until I got the car and had it for like about 3 months, and was like, well, shit, you know, after all I've done to like that car, so I had to like figure out something for it. Because I thought, hey, it's supposed to be this way, because you know, it's an old Volkswagen. Paid $2,000 for that car when I first got it. Thinking, my God, the condition it was in. But I was told by the guy, he said, well, I had it running the other day. You know, I'm thinking, well, it doesn't matter, I get it running. I had high hopes when I first got it, thinking I could just drive this thing home. Hell no, I couldn't. No brake fluid. Master cylinder was leaking. Had to put a new one of them in there. Redo the whole brake line system. Put new brakes on it. New brake shoes. New drums for it. Everyone's like, well, why don't you upgrade it to, you know, using disc brakes? I said, nope, it's not stock. I don't want to break away from stock. So that's why the front is the way it is. They seized up on me one time, That was sad. And they were like hot too, and I was like, oh my god. And I don't know, like, and I'm kind of afraid to change out brake fluid in it a lot because you have to unscrew the bleeders, and the brake bleeding system, if you unscrew it incorrectly or you don't give it time or whatever, or figure out a better way to get them off of there without it being broken, when they break, you have to completely replace the little tiny wheel cylinder that controls the brakes there too, and that's a pain in the ass every time. Especially the back. The back is the worst. Because you have like there's like what, 90 pounds of pressure plus or something like that back there. So I've had my share of changing bearings in that car. Learning. It was nothing to, like, on my off days from work, to just be underneath that car, behind it or whatever like that the whole damn day. So I do not recommend getting an old Volkswagen unless you are willing to work for it. Everyone was like, take it to a car show, it looks so cool, it looks awesome. I said, yeah, look. Belch. It's almost like one of those things, if you could go back in time to one of, like, a car that you like the most of all, like from history or some shit like that. If you can go back, buy that car brand new then, seal it off in like an airtight chamber, and then come back to the future or whatever and have it. Come on. Come on, Voth.
Fu Manchuian says, "Aight man, I'm out. See y'all later."
Alright, dude. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, have a good night, man. Undine ships in the battle zone. What the hell have I been doing? Shit. Like a dumbass. Come on, straighten up. There we go. Chitty chitty bang bang. Don't shoot at me, I'm trying to go. Damn. Should pop up in a second. Yep, there we go. There we go. Here we go.
The planet killers are now active.
Son of a
We have
bitch.
10
I don't want to
minutes
have to deal with
destroy
that
as
shit.
many as possible.
I don't like to deal with planet killers. They don't do nothing for me. I don't do nothing for me, boy. Wow, don't burn, burn. Yay, this needs me. Maybe we can do it right here. Dude, Skeeter Hawk, I thought you had already left. come back in? Skater Hawk. Them big lunky fellers. Come here, come here, come here, meet some more. Come here, come here, come here. Come, chameleon. They come and go, they come and go. Do 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 do. 160.29 impulse speed. How fast can impulse go? How fast can impulse go to then be considered warp speed? I guess I'll never know because I'm too stupid to understand it. Mister. Listen here, mister. Fire. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bam 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 bum bum bam. Boom, mister. We've finally been able to get this right here. We've destroyed all the Vath and Undine ships that we need here in this battle zone. I'll now beam out and warp away. Sausage. Mister. Alright, Endeavors is flashing. Spin perk point. Max shields ground. Ooh, yeah, buy that out. And how are we looking on this? Still got a long way to go for ground. Well, 20 more points away from the original Endeavor ranking. Well, the previous, not the original, but previous Endeavor ranking system. Until they made it what it is now. Oh, mister. Mister, I there for I. Can you save my heavy dirty soul? How's the exchange looking? It's been hovering around 500,000. It hasn't gone back to the buy-in page. Some shit's going on, isn't it? You say? Let's sell some shit. Let's do this. I don't give a shit anymore. Let's say 104,310. Haha, I almost screwed up. Let's see, total to sell 104,310. At 300. Nope, 500. So freaking tired. Da 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 da. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's go over here to the fleet that I am in for this character, my main character. Let's see, Embassy is going to be updating itself in 3 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes to level 3. That's going to be awesome. Awesome. That leaves Colony World still at 3. Starbase is still at 3. So let's see, which one's the best? Starbase. I've gotten that pretty far just by forcing some of these. I'll see someone pop in and like who has, you know, control, the ability to set projects, and they'll be like sitting there and this will be here and I'll be like, well, I can make it go already, but then I can give it this and boom, and I'll throw it in there. I'll throw it in there. How are things looking? Overall contributions. I'm still in 4th place. Because it's the competition. The Red Queen person has been offline for almost 3 years now. Slacker, please take it. You were here just today. Dude, I don't know why you don't take over the damn fleet. Maybe you have some sort of obligation to that person. Alright, let's go over to Gary. Previously on Gary the Klingon. Gary is sharpening his teeth. You know, if a Klingon sharpens their teeth, like, wouldn't that wear away at the enamel, like, over time? I just have this idea in my head about a dub there. Booyah, Gary. Gary fights for his fleet, damn it. Alright, let's do a round of Dyson and maybe a rando with you, Gary. This is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, Fyrend. Ooh, could probably do that. Let's see. Get my people over here so they can get some of this action. Ready? Let's hit this first. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. The way they've got some run boost. I need to have Kagan where he'll give me his run boost. But what does he have here? Ambush, suppressing fire, battle strategies, and photon grenade. We can probably do away with photon grenade if we have to, because that's a piece of shit. Talking away. I don't know what I have to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shying away. Damn it, Gary, we came over here prematurely, didn't we? Don't worry, our backup is over there, and they'll be over here pretty soon. Pretty swan. Pretty swan. Call for help. And cha-ching, helping me out. Thank you, Riz's avatar player. Yeah, they definitely gave that thing a different animation. Like, let's do this for the people, make them happy. 30 will work. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you again. You will attack these spawners. The swarmers are getting all over me. Bugging our eggs. Yeah, okay, bye. Fire. This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because. This is a song that never ends. As it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because. Because these are the royalties of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly flush. It's not like you felt sorry. Sad. It's probably how Shatner says sorry. It's sorry. Sour. S-A. Sorry. Sabotage. Sabotage. Say sabotage, I say sabotage. A. So an A sound, so sorry. Sorry. It's not like you feel sorry. Care. Oh, the security escort's still out because of those. That's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Huh. What the hell? Did they fix the swarmer and it's been working, or did they just fucking leave? They left. They didn't just leave, they left. Yeah, they fucking left. Fucking left. Well, might as well go up here then. Kagan got shot. Kagan. He gets the bullying cannon. I get the laser cannon. Oh yeah, well we're just gonna throw Vedra probes at your ass. How about that? I only use it on him. I won't use it for anyone else but that guy. I won't use it for that guy right now. For the hundreds and the hundreds of the American people. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. Ha 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 ha. In a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells. Voth. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bow. Gary is protected. He is protected. Gary? Gary? Have you ever hated the sound of your own voice? I'm like that. I hate me. I think I need to get shot in the fire. Go down swinging signs. You're such a big bully trying to push me around. Face planted and ready to go. You can't tell, but Gary's right there looking at you. Gary the Klingon. He's looking everywhere. I always send in a specialist to do the big work. Yay, this is about to be captured like a dumbass. I'm over here, not over there, so I guess I gotta run to the damn thing over here. Shit. Yep. 1, 2. Run, Gary, run! Let me guess, the part was the outskirts, isn't it? Nope. Wow. No. The leader of the pack. Get some shots in, Gary. Get some shots in, you son of a bitch. Damn it. Okay, well, let's try the park then. See how it's doing. It's losing friendly captures, so I guess that means, yep. If I don't get over there fast enough, though, it doesn't matter. Yay, we got one shot in it again.
All 3 silos are under
Gary, you
Allied
did
control.
shit.
Excellent work.
How does it feel to be a piece of shit, Gary? This is sci-fi. This is sci-fi. Damn, look at all these people over here. What the fuck? How you getting there, guy? Hey, you. How are you? How are you? The old way, yo. The old way, yo. Hombare. The old way, Raja Rombranandri. The old way, yo. Hombare. The old way, Raja. Jarom Brananji, yo, yo, Hombre. I've been like looking up this, after watching the Y-Files episode about Gateway thing, project, something, I don't know what the fuck that was called. I got to looking up like the studies and shit of that. So I gave it a shot, like a 30-minute first tape or some shit you can listen to on YouTube. It teaches you how to like get into your harmonic, vibrational, whatever. Essentially, whenever you're breathing out, you're like humming and whistle, or pushing air and humming. That kind of thing. I don't know if it works or not. Apparently, if you're not willing to admit, or to submit. But it's supposed to be like, you know, how you can achieve, like, out-of-body experiences. Connect to the energy field that surrounds everything and life itself or some shit. Create like a positive, like, aspect of life or whatever. I looked up like hypnotism, you know, see which who's more likely to be able to be hypnotized. And it was like creative people, and I kind of fit the category, but I doubt that I'd probably be able to be hypnotized. But I don't know. There's just something about, hey, cluck like a chicken. No, but you never know. I could see it if I were like really freaking tired. It's not too hard these days. I can be tired just waking up for 10 minutes. You wake up, you're yawning, you feel like shit, you want to go to sleep. You go back to sleep, you wake up, you gotta pee, and you go back to sleep. Go back to pee. Bam, shakalackum. Right. Ceratopsid. Ceratopsid. One more day and we'll have that, and I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna throw it away tomorrow. And I guess that means like if people, I don't know, they may continue it for the event campaign, but if people, whenever people get that tomorrow or now or whatever, depending on how much they played, if they exceeded the 20-day or hour thing and built up an extra day or some shit. I don't know, I really haven't like looked at the map, have I? It's less people. That means a lot of people must have got it today. Continue. Congratulations, Gary, you win. Three days later, after the celebration, Gary wakes up in someone else's home. Too much blood wine. I'm feeling real blah. Yeah, Belch that has some stomach acid coming up. I always love those. That's some great shit. Do 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 do. How are you looking there, Gears? Alright, let's do a random, Gary. Yeah, it was fast. Random TFO is ready. Damn, that's a weird suit. He must be a Gorn. You see the bottom of it's like sticking out. Oh. I am by myself now. Oh, is that aware? Kittimer. The metrics. To all that are out there, welcome to the stream.
First contact with them.
I am your host, the idiot. The person that is left alone, fending for themselves in Star Trek Online.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Oh, you will. Damn it, wrong button. Good job, Gary. Good job.
Are headed for the time vortex. Stop them.
Stop them from heading for the time vortex. Stop it. Come on! Stop shooting at the damn target you can't hit, damn it. Your culture will adapt to service hours. Nope, I do not have tractor beams on me at the moment. No, I do not. I do not. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh no, we're gonna die, buddy. Oh no, we die, buddy. Auxiliary systems malfunction. There we go. Fly it upside down. Looks better. Okay, never mind. Let's super the time vortex. Beardy. Hello there, buddy. How you doing?
You will be bored.
Let's not shoot at the thing in front of us. Let's shoot above us. There you go. Do I have his weapons low? Nope. That's what I should work on Gary next. Getting his ship weapons to epic level. Fire, buddy.
They're approaching the time vortex.
We'll stop them then, damn. What are you telling me for? Ha 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 ha.
They're approaching the time vortex.
Or is the time vortex approaching the probes? You can't have both, mister.
We will add your technological and biological distinctiveness to our own.
We will add your technological and biological to our own. What's that? What's that? Corbomite maneuver. Nice. Corbomite maneuver. Fear, whatever defense, something shields, flight turn rate is negative, foe. Well, that's completely useless then, because this does not move anyway. It's just completely useless. It's useless, mister. Useless. No, you! What's shooting at me? That's my question. Kaboom. Kaboom, kaboom.
We're picking up some
yeah. Valdor. The Valdor will be mine! Tractor probe. Tractor. We think his tractor's sexy. It really turns him on. We're always staring at him. He's just an old.
Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
I don't want to be prepared for assimilation. And the rocket's red ass. Red ass. Are you red ass for some action? I want to dock with you, mommy. Where in the world is Cameron, San Diego? Stop them from using the time vortex. Well, what if we can't, man? What if we can't? Good job, Gary. Good job.
The scimitar has been destroyed, but sensors detected several escape pods entering the vortex. We have not seen the last of Denatra Borg. Be ready to face her in battle again, as a true warrior.
Yeah, I typed that and it didn't work. Alright. Okay, let's get out of here. Leave me up now. Leave me up now. Huh? Gary, do you have something you want to say? Emote, no text. Talking. Talk to Tovin. He and Tovin are having a very good conversation. See, Tovin's really excited about what Gary's saying. As everyone should too, because you know when Gary speaks, the world listens. Yeah. Dumbass. All right, check the fleet holdings. Yep. 4 days for that. This is the roster. What is let's see, 25, 100, 220, 250. Okay, alright, here we are, here we go. We're gonna click on it right here. Warrior. 100 changes over to, yep, okay, then that, alright. Captain. Yep. Tar Master. Tar. Okay, so who's this right here? Alright. It's okay. It's latest Abnaba. All right. The honored captain. He's an honored captain right now. At the discretion. Okay, so at the discretion. Damn it! Did that go out? Shit. It's good to have land. What is the difference? Let's see. Set recurring information. Manage fleet holdings. Manage fleet holdings. Buy fleet bank repository. Rename fleet bank repository. Manage special fleet events. Rename fleet rank. Set fleet permission. Set fleet message of the day. And honored captain. We're honored captains here. Okay. I don't think Gary can do shit, but okay. Whatever you think there, bud. Whatever you think. So I can max those, but so you have civilian officers here. Any other thing have civilian?
Dogadabo says, holy injuries.
Oh, that's nothing compared to what he can have. His birthday was this past Klingon Recruit Fleet Day, or whatever. So, he did have worse ones than that, but then that same day, he got some more injuries. And hello there, dog, Adobo. Adobo? You joined it just at the right time, because I'm about to close her down. I am so sorry, but just doing a few little things here with him. Gary the Klingon, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't have much. The last ones he had, whoa, my God, did they kick his ass. He's only got like 6 combat exhaustions right now, 3 combat fatigue, 11 concussions, 12 cracked ribs, 6 internal bleedings, 4 muscle
Dogadabo
tears, and
says,
6 radiation
no
sicknesses.
worries. I love fleet management.
You like fleet management? Let's see. It's called the paperwork, they call it. Definitely need to visit the starbase at one point in time on these next few days, or maybe now. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. We'll go to the fleet starbase. Then we'll buy some people to resell to ourselves. That's how I do that. You know, rather than like buy them off the exchange with energy credits, just buy them with what credits I've got. Since Gary owns the fleet, you might as well do it. So let's see. Let's fleet starbase system. And boom! Back to the Future style. Wesley comes out of his mother's back. That's where he's always sitting. Mom, turn around so I can talk to him, Mom. Doc. Mom! One more day and we will have the Voth mech thingy that I will not
Dogadabo
use.
says, you can pick up fleet credit boosts that let you buy even more DOFs.
Even more DOFs. Fleet credit boosts. Huge. It always takes a while to load the fleet. Talking away. Oh, I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. 2 days another day. I'll find you shying away. Pick up fleet credit boosts just somewhere in the game, or not like buy them off the exchange kind of shit. I know there's some stuff like that around. I don't ever use a lot of it. Congratulations, Gary. We can now buy some officers. Commission to the officers.
Dogadabo says, buy them off the exchange. It makes the end cost of DOFs to be 15 FC per.
Cool. Alright, where do we need them the most? Let's see. Any duty officers. I don't like the anyone, so we'll do a, see, that's happening right now, so we shouldn't even bother with that yet, I don't think. Colony World. Might as well. What do we need there? Just dilithium. Okay, so nothing happening there. Here, civilian duty officers versus 14 engineering officers. So I'll just get some engineering officers. I'll get about 14 at most right now. Okay. Alright. Whoops. Click back on that. Click the hell out of them. Boom, boom. Alright, and then sell them back. Make sure none of them are special. And they're not, because they're all pieces of shit. Auto select and contribute. There we go. Speed things along by changing menus. Oh, science for that one too. Look at that. 14 science. Alright. 14. That's why on Gary's birthday I got him like another 100 set of officer roster slots. That way he could do this a lot easier since it changed. Alright, so ooh, 28 tactical. We could do that. Okay. Damn, I clicked off of it, didn't I? Nope. 28 tactical. There we go. Come on, we got this. There it is. You will not tell Gary what to do, announcer. I, Gary the Klingon. Cling on me when you're in great Thor, and I will be there. I will help you move on to the gates of Stovacor, where we will be honored. 10. There we are. Go over there. I wish they'd auto unpack sometimes. That'd be nice. And select 10, go contribute. Boom. So I don't mind spending the fleet credits that I earn as Gary, since this is his fleet, and it makes it easier for other people, because I know how hard it can be for a lot of people to come across fleet credits to buy stuff, you know, if they want to continue to keep them, so I don't mind selling them back to the fleet. Because Gary's just wanting to grow it. I mean, it came from 0 to 36. I mean, yeah. Because he took over the fleet from somebody else. See, when Gary was just a foundling, a little youngling on here last year, he was put into a fleet on recruitment day, you know, the first day I had him, and the fleet was at level 0. And then throughout the year, about halfway through the year, it popped up a button that said something about take over fleet. And 2 people in the chat were like, yeah, do it, you know, so I did. And Gary became the new leader of the fleet with hardly anybody in it. So using that, I started like putting projects out there, because none of them were ever there for that the fleet before. Going to randomly like get people in and jump starting it or whatever, you know. And a dude helped me that's in here in the chat sometimes too. And yeah, so now it's level 36 from 0. You know, that's not too bad for like 6+ month fleet from taking it over. So I look at it like Gary overturned the previous Klingon owner or whatever, some shit like that. At least that's how he sees it, because Gary always sees things differently because, you know, he's Klingon. How many was that? Let's see, 17 scientists. I should just get a whole bunch of them, just have them sit there, but I don't. It's more fun this way, to unpack them. Whoever you are talking, you need to be quiet. 11 engineering. Boom. Okay, that leaves anybody that wants to donate energy credits to get some fleet credits, they can. I'm out of dilithium, so I can't donate anymore. Well, I can. I do have like maybe a few, but not worth it really. I have a trader. I don't know if I should get away from him. Okay, 17 more scientists. Shit. Okay, 17. Alright, and right there, auto go. 10 engineering, whatever. Gonna leave the anyone's open for people, since they technically can put like anything there. That way, if they have some more civilians and they want to dump them off for energy credits, they can. But I'm just taking care of the harder shit, or at least the stuff I think is harder for people to get. Alright, tactical, engineering, science. Okay, so 20 of those, tactical. 13 to 19, 20, there it is. This helps bump along the stuff too, where other people can contribute better. Boom. Okay, there we are. 28, 28. 56. So, scientists. 50 plus 6. Boom. Clicking on it, clicking on it, clicking on it, clicking on it, clicking on it. 22, 1, 0, 9, 8, 5, 6. Boom. Select. Ooh, wait a whole heck of a minute, huh? Engineering. Oh, I did the wrong one. Shit. Okay. Cancel. Fuck. Get off of there. Now go to science. There we go. Select. Making sure that none of them are. Okay, yeah, they're not. Alright, good deal. And then do this here again. There we go. So that leaves just the engineering guys. So 56 of them again. Alright. Beep. And boop. Alright. We can do it. We can do it. We can click a button. Do it again, Griffin. Aw, oh, come on, man. Do it again. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours. Select. Contribute. Done. Contribute. Done. Leaving that open for somebody. That way, people just have a little bit to donate energy credits to get fleet credits. And I think that will be it for the fleet stuff right now. Until maybe give it like 2 or 3 days and come back and do that again.
Dogadabo says, if you can slot CCE in the starbase and it helps others a lot.
CCE? What is CCE?
Dogadabo says, Starbase Special Project. Coordinate colonization efforts.
Coordinate colonization efforts. Like down here? Ew. Boom. Oh, this stuff. Okay, yeah. I kind of forget about that.
Dogadabo says, it's a nice way to donate civilian DOFs.
Civilian? But isn't it usually like the special projects don't give off as much fleet credits? And that too? Well, that's a good thing to do, though. Slot them out for people who want to do them. It's a good idea. Thanks. I barely ever do the project things.
Dogadabo says, when you get the random DOF boxes you overfill with civilian DOFs. That will give you a dump for them.
A dump.
Dogadabo says, no CCE gives you full credit for fleet marks.
To the BBC. To the BBC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, what's this one? Special upgrade. Requires 37 embassy provisions. Yeah, so that's not even worth it right there. I mean, I'd be the only one to donate to that, because I donate the provisions too. I buy them up and donate them so other people don't have to use fleet credits for that. Colony World.
Dogadabo says, yeah, dilithium special projects are just a waste.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Like, there's another fleet that I'm in with my main character that the fleet owner hasn't been seen in 3 years, but in the second place person that could take over doesn't want it. So we have no fleet bank that we can use because it's just only for just the fleet owner. But anyway, I've been trying to get that because it was a level 50 fleet at first when I started it, or when I first got into the fleet, and now it's like a level 67. Yeah, and I do things,
says,
to
the only ones to
it.
do are Starbase special projects and the weekly upgrade in research lab.
Somebody there will always put in one of those like decorative dilithium sinks or something, and I'm like, why do that when like there's other things that actually need that dilithium, and there's just a dump, so you're not getting as many credits for it. But it'll be like a fountain, you're like, or a fish, you're like, who cares about this visual stuff? Just do the I'm finally on that other one. I've bumped it to where the embassy is going to be full. So on the other fleet, it's at tier 3 colony and tier 3 starbase, and that's as high as that fleet's ever gone, because it was a dead fleet until I asked him, hey, can you bump me up to where I can make fleet projects start happening? And then I managed to help them get it to level 67, within a short time. So yeah, because they didn't have time to like do stuff, but now some of them are, and they just keep throwing it away at weird projects that don't matter. It's crazy. Like, I'll go in there and I'll see like they'll have something stupid like as far as the next project, and I'll go ahead and complete that one and change it to something else so that it goes through and it's advanced that fleet a lot more. I mean, I've got it like they have a Discord for that fleet, and I'm like the only one that posts on there, and there's other people just sit there, and I'll say, well, the fleet's level 65 if anybody cares. It's level 66. Hello out there. Got to level 67. Hello?
Dogadabo says, dead fleets are sad.
Yeah.
Sad face.
But the thing, like, okay, the owner of the fleet, they were last seen like was it October of 2020, and that was it. And since again I say they have the fleet bank locked off only for them, so you can't donate anything.
Dogadabo says, what's the fleet name?
Federation Disciples. Let's see, change character. Yeah, and the owner hasn't been seen. The next in line hasn't been seen. There's a third in line that's there every single day, called an inheritor or whatever. And I keep asking them, hey, do you see that button to take over the fleet? They're like, well, I don't want it. I'm like, somebody has to take this damn thing over because a lot of stuff is locked behind it. Yeah, it's this one here. So then they go to the ship, the roster, status. No. What is it? Adjust it by here, yeah. Wait, go back, previous. Yeah, this person here, 10/7/2020 is the last time they were seen. They're the fleet owner. Last online, 10/7, yeah. The one underneath them, let's see, 11/22/2020. So they're like the next in line to actually get it, and they haven't. So then the next one underneath that, in order to get it, is last seen today, a few hours ago. So I keep messaging them saying, hey, dude, take over the fleet. So no, I don't want it. Like, but dude, And contribution wise on this fleet.
Dogadabo says, I've not heard of that fleet.
Yeah, it's probably not a fleet that's been well known, but I'm in 4th place for contributions on the fleet, since I somewhat took over a lot of the shit. But yeah, Federation Disciples. There is no armada for this fleet, because you can send an invite, but they have it locked behind some shit or whatever. I'm rank 5 on there because I've always asked, hey, can I be ranked up now, you know, to help out more and shit. But I don't know if like the owner like died from COVID or whatever. That'd be sad. I mean, I've even got like over here like events, right? Look at this one here. It says the guy, whatever his name is, Slacker. I said, take over the fleet, please. New fleet leader, functionality over beauty. And this is the one where I'm like, stop donating bullshit. You know, I keep posting those, and not one person has mentioned them. They've not taken them down, so nobody pays attention. People still donate to it, but they don't ever read shit. So that's what's funny. I mean, hell, if I took the fleet, I'd clean that shit up. I'd make it great again. But yeah. I mean, I finally got this here going, this upgrade fleet embassy. I donated a lot of shit to get that going. And it's almost at level 3 on the tier there. Starbase, tier 3. I've been trying to push more for for the military to get ships and shit and Starbase stuff going. Colony World, just kind of leveling it out as it goes. It's the only thing I'm behind on. I don't have dilithium to like throw at the fleet. I have like 4 or 5 characters per each of these fleets too. So I've been doing a lot of the Admiralty, you know, to get the fleet 40,000 vouchers.
Dogadabo says, engineering on your starbase is so far behind.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I try to I'm trying to get the military up there all the way, and that one's the next one. To go for that. But they keep slotting stuff too, like the other few people that actually slot. I'll slot something and then they'll slot something else, you know, like a little provisioning thing. I'm like, okay, well that's okay. Then they'll slot something when I'm like hadn't been on the fleet for like maybe a few days, and they've been pushing for science and I've been pushing for military, and we've been ignoring engineering. But yeah. And then they, of course, what is this? Somebody threw in a trade thing right here. I don't know. Time to remember. I don't know what that's about. Remembered research. Completing this project will add a new subject for research at the room. Additional consoles aided to the study. Whatever that is.
Dogadabo says,
shine.
Just a useless cosmetic upgrade.
Yeah, and like this one here. Let the light shine in. Completing this project will expand the shuttle bay in your fleet embassy. Who cares? You know?
Dogadabo says, if you click upgrades on Research Lab, you can slot the weekly.
Upgrades. Yeah, I see the one for that one there. Special upgrade preparations. That somebody put that in. Bringing extra embassy provisions in order to lay groundwork for eventual upgrades of the projects. So that's an okay one there. Upgrades available. What's going on here? Let's see. Combat performance boost. Don't really care. Dilithium ore boost.
Dogadabo says, yeah, that one resets weekly.
And weekly projects experience tier 3 boost. So I don't know, really. I think the ore one would be the best choice for that, but I'm not about to like throw my ore away if they're not either.
Combat performance and dilithium are good to slot.
Yeah. I don't have the dilithium for those on this character. I save up for like Zen exchange since it's gotten better now. So I haven't been throwing a lot of that. That's what I've talked about doing the Admiralties, you know, trying to get that going. 3 of 10 so far with that one, but I've been kind of slacking over the past couple of weeks. Oh well. That's a little glimpse into this madness of my world. Let's get out of there so we can get that off the screen. There we go. There she is, mister. There she is, mister. The toilet prize. Toilet prize. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get closer to that sun. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. The USS Toilet Prize. Whoa, 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 hey, stop going backwards. Go forward. Shit, go forward. NCC 1702. Number 2. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty, I am going to call it a stream. Thank you for sitting with me for the short amount of time that you have been here. The stream is gone for 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 9 seconds.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, dude. And trek on, man. Trek on. We're going to end with a red shirt death and see who dies this time.
All right, men, this is a dangerous mission, and it's likely one of us will be killed. The landing party will consist of myself, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and Ensign Ricky.
Ah, crap.
Ah, Ensign Ricky. It's a shame. It's a shame. Alrighty. Take care, and bye-bye. Good night.